Like, the father loving his son was coming to his defense by sending me text messages that, quite frankly, I didn't appreciate.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. To our regular viewers, thank you for the support. To our new viewers, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Stephen A. Smith has had his fair share of criticism for Kyrie Irving over the past few years. Although most of the criticism are actually quite fair, overall, Stephen A. just wants to watch the man play basketball. Unfortunately, there are just too many antics that Kyrie gets himself wrapped into that make it hard for him to actually get on the court. That said, he was good with the Dallas Mavericks last season, and Mark Cuban is hoping he remains available. As for Smith and Kyrie, Stephen A. got to talk about their relationship on Podcast P with Paul George. During the interview, Stephen A. actually made some huge revelations about Kyrie and the behind-the-scenes happenings that took place. Essentially, Stephen A. found himself at odds with Kyrie's father. Kyrie's father was texting Stephen A. Smith. He was obviously not happy with Stephen A., so the texts were emotional. However, during the NBA playoffs, Kyrie appeared at a Lakers game that Stephen A. was also attending. Kyrie confronted Stephen A. and noted that the comments Stephen A. was making were no longer about him, which made Stephen A. realize just how wrong he was about the whole situation. This prompted Stephen A. to resolve his issues with Kyrie Irving's father. On top of that, it made him reflect on how it was the son who had to tell two older men to grow up. Needless to say, it was a very humbling experience all round. Smith's interview with Paul George was illuminating for numerous reasons. However, it was his humility that a lot of people took note of. It's clear that Stephen A. lets his on-air persona get the best of him sometimes, and this was definitely an example of that. Hopefully he gets to learn from this. So let me play the segment when Stephen A. talks about Kyrie Irving on Podcast P, so that we're all on the same page.
When that stuff happened with Kyrie, his father and I are fine, but it got to a point where it wasn't, because unbeknownst to the public, the father loving his son was coming to his defense by sending me text messages that, quite frankly, I didn't appreciate. We were at the Staples Center. Kyrie rolls up on me. He taps me on the back and he's like, "You still got that same energy face to face?" I said, "I'm standing here, ain't I?" And he was like, "It's really not about me anymore." And I looked at him and I said, "You're right. It had become about me and his dad and how we had elected to communicate with each other. And the shame of it is I'm 55. Obviously, his father is around my age. And the younger son was the one that had to educate us. This is really about y'all." Mm-hmm. And so I just said, that's what men do. Kyrie Irving is right. And I called his father. And we resolved everything. And we met face to face. And it's no problem. I said to him, "I'm still going to judge your son by what I see. But this notion that there's going to be personal animus or whatever, I thought I was just doing my job. If it looked differently, that's on me."
Let me know what you think about this, so please drop a comment. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe as well. Thank you.